It's an owl party, baby. It's an owl party. I mean, you gotta love it. I know you guys can feel it. I'm sorry that you couldn't be in New York City with me, right? Come on.
Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's all about Heat culture tonight outside of Kaseya Center as fans, and even as you can see in the background, Mike Miller, Heat champion, and Alonzo Mourning are signing autographs and getting ready for Game 3 of the NBA Finals. But as you said, the big story of the day, just in the nation and also in South Florida, the GOAT, Lionel Messi, headed to Inter Miami. Martin County is still undefeated, and everybody's trying to figure out why. First, I thought it was the secret stuff, but you got to be loony to believe that. So we're ending the mystery tonight. Owls fans have been on top of the world, and me, I'm just, well, on top of a ledge here. Let me make sure I don't hurt myself and get down here for James. Woo! What comes up, it must come down. You know, that's with gravity. Oh, thank you, Sir Isaac Newton. Gas prices, hopefully, and of course in the game of basketball, it's with rebounding. And this FAU men's basketball team doesn't make it to the Final Four without being one of the best rebounding teams in all of the nation. I can promise you one thing, the seats might not be more comfortable than your couch, but that Jumbotron bigger and brighter than anything you have in your living room. So why not come out to the ballpark of the Palm Beaches, be amongst fellow Astros fans like myself. 18 years old as the 18 seed, Coco Gauff did the unthinkable by making the French Open women's single final. So, of course, her family and friends showed up and showed out to support. Call Me Coco shirts packed the second floor of the Delray Beach Market.
We have bad games sometimes. I remember one time I had a bad game.
One time. Well, here it is, the rally towels for all of the Cat fans in the building tonight. The hunt continues. Forest Hill hosting Fort Pierce Westwood, a homecoming for Panthers coach Chris Coquel. And check out this pregame tweet. I brought you into this world, ... That's from head coach Coquel. Let's see if the wood would deliver. The Falcons get on the board first. First score of the day goes to top 63 running back Braylon Vincent. He was all over the field tonight, too. That dude, you talk about running backs, Tyree, he can make it happen.
Oh, for sure.
Forest Hill had a good ground game as well. A couple QB keepers had the Westwood Panthers on their heels. But check this out. Look close. One hand.
Oh.
Colton Foster.
Is that Odell? Oh, my bad. Wrong person.
He didn't need the right, Tyree. He just used the one that's left. Yeah. Westwood wins 35-6. Thank you. They open the season hosting Royal Palm next Friday. Forest Hill will be at Boynton.
It's definitely tough, right? You know, seeing the success of the team and not being able to share it with all of us.
Picking out clothes to watch your school play in its first ever Sweet 16 at Madison Square Garden is a tough call for many, but not for Alex Tucker.
He would be the loudest, most proudest owl in the arena.
Tucker sported this #1 jersey of Shavar Richardson, his teammate from the 2011 Owls that won the Sun Belt.
And you could hear him stand out. And I just felt like, even though he couldn't be here with us physically, just having his jersey, his name, his presence, his aura around all of us, it's just something I just felt like we had to do.
October 18th of 2021.
It definitely came out of nowhere.
Richardson passed at 32 years old.
There's just a lot of emotions, a lot of, sadness.
It shocked his brothers, who he was close with but never told of his illness, like Brett Royster.
Well, we felt like Shavar was there with us last night. He's as New York gets. That's who he is, like, to his core.
It's why it feels poetic. The Owls' historic 34-3 run to the Elite Eight came through Madison Square Garden, where Tucker, who was also Shavar's roommate, says Shavar would have been cutting up.
He would have been loudest in the gym, starting the defensive chants, cheering, fist pumping, towel waving.
And if Shavar was here to give a message to the team ahead of Saturday's date with Kansas State,
he would just tell them to do it, get it done. Like you said, he wasn't a big talker, but when it came time to it, he's very forceful in what he was saying, and he's very, direct.
South Florida trainer Tony Sands has it all. NCAA records.
And a guy playing the game that have carried the ball more times than me.
A 21,000 square foot gym.
State of the art.
And several current and former clients like Boynton Beach alum and NFL MVP Lamar Jackson that he considers family.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's why I did that.
But not too long ago, he didn't even have the will to live.
Well, I actually wanted to commit suicide because I felt there was nothing else left for Tony Sands to do on this earth that would fulfill the fulfillment that I had on the football field.
From the Kansas Jayhawks to a stint in the pros, Sands was a football star his entire life.
Good job.
Until he wasn't.
I was hurt. someone told me now that I wasn't good enough.
A phenomenon sports psychologist Dr. John McCauley says every athlete faces.
It's dealing with the damage to the self-esteem. So it's a process of rebuilding their ego.
Sands details how he shook that feeling and found a new purpose in his book titled, I Was Before My Time.
If they don't have any materials to where they can find help, all that stuff that's bottled up, sooner or later, will boil over.
He mentors and trains guys like Boynton Beach alum Kyron Brown,
Palm Beach County,
who just recovered from a torn quad tendon.
When I injured my knee and I was going through that, I went through a little bit of a depression.
Now he's going into year 3 as a New York Jets defensive back. He urges players to be open.
Come on, open up.
Something he's soaked up by being around Sands.
Make sure you find somebody to talk to because there ain't nothing to play with.